Why did this young man leave all his friends? His name was Adam, a 27-year-old young man living in a big city. Adam was surrounded by friends from every side. He had a group of 12 friends who met every Friday at the same restaurant eating, drinking, laughing, and telling their stories. Adam was the group's laughter. And its cheerful spirit, they traveled together in summer celebrated holidays, together and visited each other in the hospital if one of them got sick. Adam's friends loved him very much, or so he thought. They would call him in the middle of the night to ask for his help, and he always helped them. They would borrow money from him and return it months later, and he did not mind. They would ask him to drive them to faraway places, and he agreed. Without complaining, they took his time, his energy, and his money, while he gave generously because he believed this was the meaning of friendship. But one day, something changed Adam's life. Forever on the morning of that day, Adam woke up to a sharp pain in his chest. He tried to get out of bed but fell to the ground and fainted. His mother heard him, so she rushed to him and took him to the hospital by ambulance. The doctors said he had a small heart attack, but it was a serious warning. He had to change his entire lifestyle. No stress. No staying up late, no fatty food, no coffee in large amounts. Adam stayed in the hospital for a whole week. He waited for his friends' visits. He was in physical pain, but he endured it because he knew his friends would come soon to remove his loneliness. The first day passed, no one came. He said to himself, maybe they do not know yet. The second day passed. No one came. He said to himself, maybe they are busy with work. The third, fourth, and fifth days passed. No one came, and no one even sent a message on his phone. On the sixth day, his cousin Yasser visited him and sat with him for an hour, then left. On the seventh day, Adam left the hospital. He returned home sitting on the couch looking at his phone. He waited for any call, any message, any sign of love from his friends with whom he spent 10 years of his life, but nothing. And no one. The phone went silent just as his heart went silent. 2 weeks after leaving the hospital, his friend Rami called him and said, Adam, you have been absent from us. Where are you? We are at the restaurant waiting for you. Come, let us laugh like we used to. Adam laughed from inside his wound and said, I cannot. I am sick. Rami said, come just half an hour. The whole group is here and they are asking about you. Adam hung up the phone and burst into tears. That night, Adam sat with himself and asked himself an honest question. Are these really my friends? Are they with me in hardship as they are with me in joy? Adam realized the painful truth. His friends were never friends at all. They were just travel companions, pleasure companions, interest companions. They were with him because they were with him because he made them laugh. They were with him because he was their free driver, their permanent lender, and their entertainer at parties. But when he needed them, when he got sick, when he fell, none of them saw him. Adam decided to test them one final time. He sent a message in their WhatsApp group. He said, my friends, I am very sick and cannot leave the house. Can anyone come by to check on me? 1 hour passed. No one replied. 2 hours passed. No one replied. 3 hours passed. Then Rami wrote one word. May God heal you. Then Samar wrote, get well. Then Miriam wrote 1,000 healths, and no other person wrote anything. No one offered to visit him, and no one asked about the details of his illness. In that moment, Adam understood everything. He understood that he did not lose his friends, but rather lost his energy, his time, and his money for people who did not deserve it. He understood that he gave, and the return was zero. He understood that he made them laugh while he cried inside, because he felt lonely. Even when he was among them, Adam made a difficult decision. He decided to leave all his friends not in anger nor in hatred, but in complete silence. He left the WhatsApp group without writing a single word. He closed his social media accounts. He changed his phone number and started a new life. At first he felt deadly loneliness. He sat in his room and no one called him and no one asked about him. He cried a lot and wondered, was the mistake all mine? Am I the one who chose bad friends? But with time, the pain began to turn into strength. He began to discover that loneliness is better than false company. Adam started going out alone for walks, reading books, going to the gym, taking care of his physical and mental health. After 6 months, Adam became a new person, stronger, more aware, and more respectful of himself. He no longer needed friends just to fill the void. He was no longer afraid of solitude. One day in a cafe near his house, Adam sat reading a book. Then a young man came and sat next to him and began talking to him simply and without pretension. The young man's name was Ziad. He talked about books, philosophy, and life. They talked for hours and laughed together, and when Adam left the cafe, he felt something different this time. He did not need to prove himself. He did not need to give excessively to earn love. This new friend Ziad was with him because he loved him for who he was, not for what he gave him. After 2 years, Adam had only 3 real friends, 3 people who were with him in his sickness and in his health, in his joy and in his sorrow. 3 people who deserved to be called friends. Adam learned a lesson. He would never forget real friends are not measured by number, but by quality. Real friends are those who show up. When benefit is absent, real friends are those who see your tears before they fall. And if someone asks, why did this young man leave all his friends? The answer is simple. He left them because he finally discovered that he never had friends from the beginning. He only had people he knew, and he knew when to say goodbye to them without looking back.